quick vlog. Don't really have a lot of time, but basically I did not book a ticket, as it turns out. So I'm here now at the gate. I will tell the story later, but the whole time I was just sitting there and I was like, trust, like something good is going to come out of this. There's a reason why this is happening. Now I'm trusting that my luggage is going to make it on the plane, but I am through. I'm ready to board the plane for Mexico City. We're so excited. But yeah, got here on time. You think you're gonna have like an easy breezy, let's get on the plane and like let's, you know, chill, maybe have a coffee still. Nope, not what happened. That's okay, I have my ticket. Let's board.
Ya no sabes lo que pasa. El primer verso, papi. Yeah. Lo que manda aquí la clave. Este ritmo guaguanco. Esto es lo que existe. Y también está mi chamaco.
So we've made it to Mexico. Mexico City is the first stop on this little journey before we head up Sayulita. I hope you can hear me. I really don't want to speak too loudly because it's very early. I am up very early. The sun is just rising and I'm gonna go take a little bit of a walk around, but I want to jump back in from the story on yesterday, which was I didn't have a ticket for my flight. I spent the entire lead up trying to get a ticket. And then I basically just made it to boarding. That's where I sent that little last video and I had that last check-in. And I was sitting next to a girl who is doing the exact same thing as me, going to this one specific little town for the next extended period of time, 5-6 weeks. And we totally clicked. And I just think that for me was one indication as to why I wasn't meant to have a flight before. She even said, you know, someone had booked this flight, like when I booked last night to check in online, this seat was taken. So I am going to continue to look for the reasons why things happen in a sense that frames them the way that I want to see them. Sometimes I think that we can go too much into depth and say, you know, I want to understand and this is why, and everything needs to have a meaning. And there's a time and place for that, and I love things that mean something deeper, but we don't always need to go into great depth into everything. I think that also gets us caught up, but especially when things like that happen, to be like, okay, where am I gaining here, as opposed to like, what have I lost? And when I got to the airport in Mexico, there was part of me that was like, oh my god, what if I don't have my bag? Because I literally got through with like 40 minutes before takeoff. And I'm not staying here very long, and there's only one flight that goes a week right now. So there was like a split second where I was like, oh my gosh, what if I don't have my bag? Which ended up all being fine. My bag came through. But again, to go through these experiences, whatever your particular experiences as well, and really say like, where can I find the good? Where can I pull out the things that frame the story in a way that benefits the way that I want to see this experience? So I'll check back in, maybe share some bits and pieces of this day in Mexico City, and then I can't wait to show you beach life from here on out.
Nadie no resiste, che no resiste. Aquí estamos bravos, la chema tan brava. Esta vida es brava, y yo también soy bravo. Por eso lo que repica son los cueros. Aquí lo que suena fuego, mueve la abuela el pescadero, hasta lo mueve el aduanero. Norte al sur, lo ves moviendo, la orilla el mar, lo ves sonriendo. Y yo sé lo que tenemos no es para juego y esto divino. Por eso lo que hacemos quitar tu mano con ritmo letales.
We're here. We have arrived in the little beach town of Sayulita, where I'm going to be spending the next couple weeks. This is truly what time freedom means to me, to be able to get up and go and live my life on my terms, how I want to do it, where I want to do it. Yes, I'm still working. I'm actually sitting at this cute little desk right here, which is going to be my desk for the next couple weeks. It's perfect. I have my oils, I have my cards, I have my notebooks, everything that I need truly is right here. And to be able to say, hey, when I'm not working, I can actually go out and enjoy my life in different ways that I can't do when I'm, back home or in the country that I'm currently living in. Like, this is really that freedom that's kind of starting to come back, and that feels really, really good. So to sum up the story, even though this trip started off as me not having a ticket, me not knowing if I was going to get on the plane a couple days ago, to being here now, being at this place, kind of slowly starting to settle in. And I think this is maybe something important to just note because people don't really talk about it. But that is like the transition phase into a new space. And I think that when you're on vacation, maybe it's a little bit different. If you're going for somewhere, maybe 1 to 2 weeks, you're like, okay, this is a vacation. I don't need to like settle in here. Like, I'm in a different headspace while I'm here. Whereas like being somewhere for an extended period of time is truly an adjustment, because you're getting yourself into that space of, okay, how do I show up here in my daily routines? How do I show up here in a way that feels good? I don't want to be sucked into things, vacation mode style, whether it's eating, drinking, partying, doing things with people, whatever it is that you kind of like tend to do on vacation, because we tend to do things differently. We're like, oh, it's vacation, it's fine, I can do this time. But really being intentional about, okay, no, this is like a space where I have my routines and my rituals and the things that I love to do. Because I know personally from my work for myself and the results that I've seen for my clients is that when we're taking care of ourselves, when we are managing our energy and showing up the way that feels good, that feels in alignment, then we're actually creating these bigger results for ourselves, whether it's, working towards something in your business, in your work, in your personal life, your career, health goals, all those things. And so being in a space where you're like, oh, this is fun, there's a lot of things going on, having that transition period of coming back into yourself, coming back into your grounding, into your routines and your rooting down, I think that we can't highlight how important that is enough to really give yourself that space, and to maybe even consider right now in your home space, like, do I feel like I have that? Am I kind of just being pulled in all these different directions, or do I really have that foundation where I can ground myself first? So I'm not going to make this too long because this is just meant to be a little snippet in our big video, but a few lessons to take away. Trust that things are working out for you. And if they don't work out the way that you think they will, be open to the possibility of what can come instead, or how you can create something different out of what's happened. Lesson number 2, the importance of really grounding yourself into where you're at and how you want to be feeling, and giving yourself that time and that grace and that space to transition, because it is a shock to your nervous system to come into a new place, especially if maybe there's a few stops along the way like I had, and you're kind of like, oh my God, where am I? What's happening? And it's like, okay, grounding ourselves down. And number 3 is this power of being able to manage your energy through how you're showing up, through these routines and through these rituals, through this grounding, but also through having this fun, having this play. That's a huge reason why I'm here. There's a beach, I can do things, I can go and do yoga classes, do retreats. Like, there's all of these beautiful things happening here that I now have access to, that's going to kind of infuse this play and rest and flow into how I'm doing things on another level. And again, you can have that on so many levels. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope to post a little bit more about this, but we will see. Let me know if you want to hear more about this in the comments below, and I will talk to you soon.